a 50-meter tower is on one side of a river, if the angle of elevation from the other side of the river to the tip of the tower is 35.3, determine the width of the river. So the first thing we have to do is get the data, which is 50 meters, 50-meter tower, and 35.3 angle. Okay, now if we place it in as a triangle, to be able to get it, it would be like this. Okay, that's the tower, 50 meters. Then there's a river between the elevation. Okay, that's the elevation. This angle would be, here's the river. The river goes right here, something like that. And then here's the angle, which would be 35.3. And how we're working with SOH CAH TOA, there's always a right angle, which would be 90. Okay, and what we're asked for is to be able to get the width of the river, so X. That is going to be our incognito. And an easy way to get it is going to be by getting the third angle, which is 35.3 plus 90 equals 125.3, so which would be equals to 54.7 angle. Okay, and then looking at the SOH CAH TOA, sine, cosine, and tangent, the easiest one to use would be tangent. So it would be tangent of 54.7 equals to x, which is the opposite, over the adjacent would be 50 meters. And then how we want to get x alone, so we need to leave it alone. So it'll be tangent of 54.7 times 50 equals to x. Okay, and then multiplying that in the calculator, it would be tangent of 54.7 times 50, it would be equal to 70.61 meters. So our final result is 70.61 meters, and that is the answer for the first. So now for the second video, what we're going to be doing is the cosine law. So now here you can see that it says from the base of a canyon, you need 62 feet of rope to reach the top of the left side of the canyon, and 86 feet to reach the right side. If the angle between the two ropes is 123 degrees, determine the distance between the two sides of the canyon. So now to plan it out, it would be like the canyon would be here. Then that's one side, and here's the other one. This angle is 123 angle. This one is 62 feet and 86 feet. And then we're going to determine these as B to be able to do the cosine, and C. And then what we want to get is this top part, which we're going to put as A. So the formula for the cosine is A squared equals to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC times cosine of A, which this is A. Okay, so the next step would be to get A alone. So what we have to do is square root it, square root the formula, and we're going to substitute the values right away. So it's going to be 62 squared plus 86 squared minus 2 times 62 times 86. Okay, let's make this a little longer. Times cosine of 123. Okay, now we need to, we'll start answering it, which would be A equals to square root of 3,844 plus 7,396. Okay, and here's a trick where how the value A, the cosine, is higher than 190. There's a rule here that if it's from 0 to 90, it's a positive number, and if it's 90 to 180, it's negative. So here is going to be plus, because negative times negative, it would be positive, so these would be negative, and you multiply them would be positive. So then it would be 5,808.63. That's already by multiplying times cosine. That's what we get. Okay, now what we have to do is get, well, simple, just add it up, which would be equal to 17.048.63. And to get the final part, to get the result, all we have to do is get its square root, which would be 8 equals to 130.57. And that would be our final answer, 130.57.